Yo, what's going on YouTube? And I'm sorry if I look down throughout the video. I have to look at my notes, but holy shit, ladies and gentlemen, we have another, I feel like that light is gonna fucking come down anytime soon. We have another Future album. This is the third album Future's dropped in a year, and probably within about 8 or 9 months. It's actually kind of insane. I was definitely excited going into this. He didn't really promote the album that well, unfortunately, which really sucks. I'm assuming throwaways from previous albums is really what we're getting out of this project. I think without further ado, we can just go through track by track as much as we can. If there's some unmemorable tracks, I'm probably not going to talk about them too much. But wow, boys, another Future album. This is like the most workload we've gotten out of this man since like the mixtape days, and it's perfect because this is Mixtape Pluto. Let's go, boys. You start the album off with a great beat on Teflon Don, and then you get into Lil Demon, which was a snippet going into the album, and my god, it's so good. Future is officially back with something like this. Yeah, the albums with Metro Boomin were pretty good, but this is really just Future just returning back to his solo work, returning back to his form. Insane song with Lil Demon, by the way. That song was great. And then you get Ski, which is another crazy track. I mean, he starts this album off really, really well. This won't be a long video. I was just kind of trying to vibe out while listening to this album, so just keep that in mind, boys and girls. If you're watching, I don't know if a lot of females watch me. I've never really looked at the demographic metric there. RP the dogs though, ski, ski, ski. I don't remember how he said it. Just straight bangers on this album though. He kind of sets the tone early on. It's yeah, we're getting straight bangers with this thing. Ready to Cook is chill. Nothing too crazy with that. And you guys gotta think, when I was listening to this album, I was jumping around my basement, just dancing the fuck around. I should have recorded stuff on my laptop of me just running around and jumping. It was pretty fucking great. Future's flows just never get old, no matter how many projects, no matter how recycled some of these flows are, it's so effortless for him. It reminds me guys like him, guys like Gunna, guys like Young Thug, Lil Baby, rappers like that, the trap street rappers, I guess they call, I don't know, that's kind of racist, but the rappers like that nowadays, they really set themselves apart because their flows are just boom, 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 boom. They're just able to get it going. It's great. There weren't any features on here. I'm just going to preface that, which is kind of an interesting choice. We'll talk about that a little bit later. More skiing with, Pluto. Plutoski. I guess he's trying to be lucky here. Tune ski. Maybe, I guess Lucky got that from Future. Future is one of Lucky's biggest early influences in his career. I don't know what was going on with this track though. Plutoski, it was pretty decent, but there was a section where I might play it in this video. It sounded retarded. I don't even remember what he was trying to say or anything. I don't know. The motherfucker had a stroke in the middle of a track. That wasn't it, low key. And by the way, what the fuck is Wilburn Holding Company? Is that Future's label? I guess since this was a mixtape and it wasn't a studio album, he couldn't release it with a actual record label. And you can already feel while listening to this album that it might have album fatigue. It might get to that point. You get to Too Fast, that's a pretty boring track. And the album cover's sick, by the way. It's based on The Dungeon, which is where I can't remember what rappers used to go there and record, but it's a trap house. It's a famous location somewhere. I'm drawing a blank, but it is The Dungeon, and you can actually stay in there. I think they actually rent it out for people, so that's pretty cool. I saw some stuff about that. You can definitely hear that druggy, intoxicated flow on a song like Ocean. It really brings you back to the older Future. He's kind of back in his element. He's kind of back to making the music that he used to make and the music that so many people just used to love from this guy. So it's pretty cool. Cool beat on Ocean. He just keeps going. You gotta respect it. The flows on some of these songs, he's just punching you in the face with lines. Just boom, 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 boom. He just keeps on going with it. It's very respectable. And I can tell already that some of these songs are a little too long. That is definitely a con for the album, is that some of these wane on a little too much. The 3.5 to 4 minute songs is really, we don't need a Future song to be that long, because we're not really looking for conceptuals out of Future. So there you have it. The voice cracks are back, which is cool. Just cool flows on this album overall. There's really no point of going in particular track by track. I'm still going to do it, but it's a mixtape, not a cohesive studio album, not something where each track kind of plays into the next. Sure, there's transitions and cool cuts every now and then, but this is just a collection of tracks. It's like a playlist, if you will. And then you get the track MJ, which I was looking forward to hearing some like corny ass metaphor, but we didn't get it, so interesting, I guess. My bitch got more bitches than me. That's like the I just bought my bitch a bitch. That's like 2024's version of that. Kind of fucking funny. Interesting sounds all throughout the album, especially on a song like Brazier, and I know I'm kind of like rapid fire going at it with you guys. Like, every track doesn't necessarily have a lot to say about it because it's really just for your listening pleasure. It's not to like analyze it. Good stuff on Brazier from Pluto here. Gotta love like the Southside involvement on this album. He produced a couple of songs, and that's awesome. Southside's an amazing producer as well as a rapper too, which is crazy. I keep forgetting he's a rapper too. I have no idea how Future has enough bars to get through all these albums. Like, am I the only one thinking about that? The dude just grinds his ass off, drops good album after good album, and never runs out of stuff to say. Never runs out of like, there's never really just a dull moment with a Future project, and I really, really respect him for that. Yeah, there's some great stuff. Brazier was easily the best song we heard for a while. There was kind of a dull stretch. Probably, I mean, like, and if I'm being honest, there's probably only a handful of songs on here that I will consider like re-listening to consistently, but new music is new music, and like the transition to South to France was absolutely incredible. That's definitely a highlight from the album. The beat is absolutely insane. Like, Future just continues to experiment. Like, this late in his career, to be able to like just keep going in different directions and keep giving fans stuff they've never gotten before, it's so fucking sick. Insane beats. Like, I've never heard anything like Surfing a Tsunami. Like, think about the beat on that. Like, it's absolutely crazy. The choppy like beat is so fucking cool to me. It's executed so well, and Future actually fits pretty well on something like that. Super dope song with that. Solid stretch of tracks. Like, yeah, like going from Brazier to South to France to Surfing a Tsunami, like that's a really good stretch of tracks there, and probably one of the best on this entire album. Made My Hoe Fan is one of the songs that you can't wait to listen to just because of the track title, so I thought that was kind of funny to mention. Another very interesting track with that, and I love the shorter tracks on here as well. I know it, like, you guys are going to comment, oh, ADHD brain, like you can only handle so much on a song, but no, I've literally listened to like 9-minute tracks all the way through before, and I've enjoyed them. So shut your fucking mouth. Like, if you know Tyler the Creator, come on, you know some of Kanye songs are like that. Like, let's stop with that. A song like Told My, I really like it. Like, it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's like boom boom boom, in and out. Great bars in there. It's got like that chopped and screwed Suicide Boys section in it, which sounded kind of cool. Dope song. Great second half here. I mean, again, definitely picks up from like a song like Ocean. And you get Ski and Lil Demon at the start, which is cool, but there's much more consistency once you get to kind of that realm that I was mentioning. Lost My Dog sounds just as I expected it to. Getting into that track, I guess, a little bit. I guess we needed some melody in here somewhere. There was a lot of trappy bangers, but it's nice to get a little mellowed out track from Future, because Future's not like an amazing singer. Like, I'm not trying to say that, but like when he gets in his melodic bag, it sounds pretty good. Like, seriously, nothing crazy. Fentanyl is pretty fucking crazy though. Losing your dog to fentanyl and saying that on a song shamelessly in 2024 is kind of fucking crazy, but I guess RIP to his homie. I don't know. ASA Gang is the last track on here. Another solid beat. Interesting chill flow here, cool sample chops thrown in there. Again, this late in your career and you drop 3 albums within 9 months. Again, just talking about Future, I have nothing but respect. I'm kind of gonna mesh like the track by track with the outro, because I don't really have much to say for the outro, regardless of how good these albums are. Like, if you want to say all 3 of these albums were mid, like, still, people don't understand the effort it takes to put together 15 plus track albums and do that 3 times within 9 months. I think that's absolutely incredible. Obviously, the album was pretty solid too. Obviously, no features on a Future album isn't the greatest news in the world, especially when you're talking about the current age of Future. I guess it's a mixtape thing for him. Like, a lot of his earlier mixtapes, like you're talking about, I think 31 Days didn't have features. Monster might have had features. I can't think of other albums he made. Maybe The Wizard didn't have features? No, he had a Travis Scott on there. And again, this album's not terrible, but does it have longevity? Does it have a future, like, in my listening ears? Probably not within the next couple of weeks, and that's not really saying a lot, because a lot of music nowadays is like that. Like, I can't really grasp on to too many albums nowadays, but that's gonna do it. That's a nice little short review. I didn't want to do an edited recording of, like, me doing a reaction. The album was pretty redundant at times anyway. I know I need to put more effort in videos for you guys, but the thing is, like, I just don't have enough time in a day for that. I'm trying to, like, visit my family. That's the whole point of me coming home. also to renew my license, because your boy was a criminal for about a month and a half there. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. As always, it has been your boy GZTV giving you guys these short form album reviews. I try to do it weekly. We might do a little Tekken next week. I doubt it though. I don't know. Next week we'll probably just stick to like a something. We'll figure out a video for next week on Friday if we have time for that. Peace out, boys.